How's it going? Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. How's everyone doing tonight? Last night I looked at the stream and it seemed like it was kind of like a little bit choppy here and there. Hopefully that doesn't happen again this time. I don't see why it would though. Maybe my settings are just too bold. I'm just going to confirm that I'm live here on everything. Oh, I'll start doing stuff. Still sitting at 0 viewers, so no one's seeing this anyway. Or at least not now. But they will soon, someday. Alright. Checking the old Twitch here. How's the old Twitch looking? Maybe I should monitor this on my Twitch instead of on here, so it's not gobbling up my CPU. Digging through drawers, because it probably doesn't sound great. I'm back with tripods. I'm a real professional operation here. This is a pretty rare week in which I actually streamed both the days that I was scheduled to do so. I'm gonna get better with that, I think. Or try. Alright, get in there, you foolish fool. Oh boy. Don't fail on me now. Right. This I am liking. Stream manager. Alright. Alright, just set myself up so I can view it on here instead of here. Alright, hopefully everyone can see and hear me still. Alright, I just gotta check the old YouTube and then we'll be good to go. I gotta make sure I'm live on that YouTube. Hey, look at me, there I am. So good. Back to Twitch here so I can monitor and see how things are looking. Maybe I'll leave it on here until I go over to the second view. Hey, I see there's someone joining us. Hi. I'm gonna guess that it's could be Weston. So it usually is. Could be someone else though. I don't know. Could be someone else. Hi. If you're someone else, say hi in the chat. So I'm gonna do some sketching again. I did some sketching last night. I'm gonna take some movie character requests. I think I had something in mind though. Oh, I was thinking about doing a Wayne's World. I feel like I tried to draw Wayne from Wayne's World a while ago and it came out really terrible. So we'll see how this one comes. I'm really going to try to keep myself muted when I take sips of soda because I'm not a maniac. Let's go over to the two-camera view. Hey, two-camera view. How are you doing, two-camera view? So the other night when, I don't really know why I did this. Maybe just because it's fun to talk about stuff and not just like, hi, this is me and here's my art and things. But last time I talked about a comic that I was reading I liked. It was a Planet of the Apes comic. But this is another comic, and this one is a real printed one and not one on an iPad like last time. This is The War of the Trenches by Jacques Tardy, a French cartoonist who, when I got this, I wasn't familiar with him. Although now I think I know because he's much more famous. He did that Adele Blanc-Sec series. I don't know. It was kind of big there, but they made a movie out of it that Luc Besson directed. He also had another one that was adapted into an animated movie that was kind of done in his style, that The Extraordinary Adventures of April or something. That was a really cool one. But this is a super brutal story about World War One. I don't know. I just bought it originally. I found it at a used bookstore, and I've always been kind of morbidly fascinated with World War One, just because it's so like just primal and stupid and bloody and terrible. Like, I mean, I guess all war is, but just the whole idea of like I'm gonna have a line and you have a line, and then just all my line will try to take yours, and we'll just kill each other. And I don't know. It just seems almost like medieval, and it happened in the fantasized war story. That's just a bunch of like little like mini stories, and the cartooning is just out of control. And he does so much with these like zipatones to like fill out the scenery, and everything is just super researched. The cartooning is like, I don't know, just the kind of lighting that he gets in these shots. I don't know, it's really cool. There's another one of these called like War is Hell or something like that. I actually haven't read that one yet, but this first one is all things I just kind of, when I stumbled upon it, I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I didn't even know that he was kind of acclaimed in France or whatever. I don't think he's still that well known here in America. I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken. Look at all those faces. Great faces. Just the freaking lighting on the barbed wire there. So awesome. Anywho, I should show the cover again. It was The War of the Trenches by Jacques Tardy. I don't know if that's how you... I think that's how you pronounce that. Tardy. Sounds French. Where are my tools? Where are my art tools? So, for people who like tool talk, let's have tool time. With Tim the Toolman, me. Where's my sharpener? Uh-oh, where is my sharpener? There it is. Got a couple of lead holders, sharpener. I use blue and red for all my sketching. I don't know why, it's just easier for me to see the lines like that for some reason. And if you're doing stuff where you're scanning and you're going to try to remove the pencil later, having stuff that's color is way easier to remove than stuff that's gray like graphite. Because you can basically just, if you're in Photoshop, press Command U, and then go to each color. There's a drop down. You can select each color and put each one at like full lightness, and it'll basically erase all the pencil lines if you do it with colored pencil. And then you will never have to do a super... Because sometimes if you do it with pencil lines, you have to like increase the levels so much that you lose some of the texture of your inks. But if you do it like this, you can just drop it all out in the colors. It's pretty awesome. The hue, saturation, brightness thing. Command U is how you pull it up. I don't know what it's called. I just know the hotkeys. Anywho, colored lead. And I got a bunch of Microns uni pin pens. And the only other thing I really use a lot is this, the like Kuretake brush pen. I don't know, I feel like all this stuff is pretty standard. Like, it seemed like 10 years ago, all this stuff was like secret, like what kind of brush pens people were using, all kind of stuff. And people on Instagram got so fed up with like answering like, what kind of brush is that, or what kind of pen is that questions, that like people don't talk about it anymore, but it's still useful to know. When I was a kid, it was impossible to find this stuff out. I spent so long just like wondering why like I could never get colored pencils and like crayons and markers to look like printed colors in comic books. Like I didn't understand the tools and things. And it wasn't until I was like 16, maybe a little bit younger than that, that I discovered what like a nib was, that you could dip a nib in ink and ink with that. Or like a brush, rather than trying to like, you know, when I was a kid, I was trying to ink with like Sharpies and ballpoint pens and stuff. But yeah, and stuff. I'm gonna mute it for a sec while I take a sip of soda, because I'm already dry mouth. All right. So I want to start with a Wayne from a Wayne's World because I think I already have a picture pulled up. Yes. If people are in that chat and anything looks or sounds like garbage, let me know. It's nice to know when things sound like garbage. I'm trying to adjust my windows here. All right, I'm gonna put this back into performance mode. Hopefully it'll run pretty smoothly in performance mode. That just means I don't get like a preview basically live of what is going on, but I have my phone down here, so it's frustrating about these last night, which is I broke off the tip of the lead. Let me mute this while I whack this against the side of the desk. I've got no good sharpeners. I can't believe this is happening. Any more in here? No? All right, people. I'm going to have to get up and go fix my pencil sharpener, and I guess I'll be back. Hey! All right, we're back. So, there's been a lot of talk about top 5 Bond movies. And I know Weston made his list recently. But if people are listening, I'm curious, what are your top 5 James Bond movies? I think I went through mine last night. I probably don't remember what they are anymore. Casino Royale, From Russia with Love. Wait, not in that order. From Russia with Love, Casino Royale. um, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, GoldenEye, and For Your Eyes Only are probably my top 5. And then Living Daylights is sitting at a very close number 6. I don't know. Maybe I'll switch it up. But I do really like For Your Eyes Only. It's a little bit goofy, but it's got such a... All right. Let's do a little bit of drawing here. I um I dressed up like Wayne from Wayne's World. For Halloween once, because it's one of those easy Halloween costumes. Boy, the picture that I'm looking at for reference right now, this light is almost too bright. The picture that I'm looking at for reference is from the like movie poster. So he's like looking up. It's like a pretty steep down shot. So the kind of angle on his face is a little bit weird. I feel like Mike Myers kind of has a heart-shaped face. I don't really know how else to articulate that. He's got kind of a wide nose. I don't know how else to say that either. It's funny. He was Shrek intentional to look like to look like Michael Myers, and I just never really noticed that. Sorry, Michael Myers sounds so strange. It sounds like I'm talking about the killer, Mike Myers. If someone could Google that, whether or not that was intentional, that would be great. His eyes also kind of have this kind of sharp decline on them that almost looks evil. Whenever I'm drawing like the corner of people's smiles, like the smile lines and stuff, I feel like I'm making them look old. I also have a tendency to smile when I'm drawing smiles, so if I look really weird, I apologize. Although now I've gone and pointed it out. Yeah, my Michael Myers, my Mike Myers is already looking kind of like evil. He looks like kind of like Nathan Explosion or something. Does he have sideburns kind of, Wayne? A little bit, I guess. Maybe not sideburns isn't the exact right word, but covering up most of his ears. Boy, it's going to be hard for me to draw his hair. I think I need to sharpen already. I apologize if people can't really see what I'm drawing yet. Hopefully when I go to the red pen, it'll show up a little bit more. I'm using the wrong sharpener. I'm really going to try not to break this again. This is the only thing I don't like about these lead holders. So you can definitely break things. Break the tips, that is. Yeah. Wayne's World has always been one of my favorite movies. If I made a list of comedies, like favorite comedies, it is definitely way up there. I don't know. I was kind of like the perfect age, and I remember too being like really excited. Like I saw the first one on video, but the second one I saw in theaters, and I believe because we used to have a couple. I grew up in a pretty small town, and they opened a like multiplex not too long after that, like maybe around like 93 or 94 they opened a multiplex. Before that we had two second run theaters. They were just single screen like historic old movie theaters with big marquees and stuff. And one of them actually was burnt down, or I think it was damaged in the earthquake of '89, and then later it burnt down or something like that. But in that theater, I saw a double feature of Wayne's World 2 and Addams Family 2. And it was just the best. Boy, that text on this hat is so big. Wayne's World. I feel like I'm making it even smaller than it is in the photo. It's so huge. And it's funny since I saw Wayne's World, I was so young when I saw it. You know, the whole thing takes place in like, well, I guess What, Wisconsin, right? Not, or in Illinois? Where are they? They're somewhere over there. It does not take place in California, which is where it's shot. And I never thought about that or noticed it, but as an adult, you watch it and it's so clearly shot in like, you know, Santa Monica and Culver City and Hollywood and all this kind of stuff. I actually would like to. I really want to do like a tour of a bunch of the places in Southern California, the locations. But a lot of it's gone. I think Wayne's house is in, might be in Pasadena. It's either in Pasadena or Culver City. One of those places. Somewhere down there. But I would totally love to go there. I think the donut place used to be there, but now it's something else. It's like a taqueria or something like that, or a restaurant or something. But the that's definitely still there. Or at least the building, I think it is. One day. That's a level of movie nerddom that I haven't really delved into yet, is like the going to locations and stuff. I almost feel like I should just have him like with his eyes like closed, but because right now he looks like too evil. Let me go over to the old. Should I just jump into the inks? Maybe I'll just jump into the inks. Now just say go for it. And sorry, it's hard for me to talk and think about Wayne's likeness. Kind of with big eyes. That'll make him look friendlier, hopefully, and not crazy. His little Wayne. It's still definitely my favorite Saturday Night Live movie, although I guess that's not really saying that much. It's not a lot of good. I like Wayne's World. I like Wayne's World 2. I guess Ladies Man is pretty good. Um, Having trouble thinking. Oh, MacGruber is one that I finally just watched. I hadn't seen it. Oh boy, I really should have sketched more of the Wayne's World thing in. I'm gonna try to just do it. Try not to spell anything wrong, which is a thing that I always do when I'm drawing letters and not really writing them. Not that my spelling's that great when I'm writing them either, but Wayne's. Gotta do a big O, right? I know they did a Super Bowl commercial. I actually just saw it on YouTube. Um, or something I was watching. I have to tilt this for a second. Apologies. It's just the only way I know how to draw. Forgot to put his kind of ears sticking out there. Is there any kind of highlights on his hair? It's all pretty dark because it's just a black, like moppy wig. All right, let's. I feel like this looks a little bit weird in here, but whatever. Let's put some spots and blacks. That'll make it better, right? It'll either make it better or completely ruin it. That's the way this works. Ugh. I'm just doing the heads here. It helps a lot in the mouth to just have that little spot of black in there, I think. Right. Let's put some on this side. Smooth out that weird bump there. And put some shadows up in here. There we go. Wayne of Wayne's World. Let's do a Garth of Wayne's World. Or if anyone has any requests, they can throw them out in the chat. Maybe I'll do it after Garth here. I just saw that I was going a little off camera. I'll try to keep it up on camera, but you know. Maybe I should turn this off too for a bit, just to give me 1 sec. There we go. Alright, well hopefully if there's any issues, people will say something in the chat because I'm not going to monitor the stream right now. I think I'm sucking up my bandwidth. Alright, let's do a Garth. I feel like I need to put him kind of at the same angle. Maybe I should kind of try to draw a little bit like that. Something kind of on that axis there. Although he has quite a bit of hair, maybe I want to get a little bit more distance. Let's see if I can erase a little bit of this line here. Not that anybody can see it but me, but... Garth's head is, I don't know, I guess in some ways more distinct. It's Kind of hard to get that right head shape to me. Boy, there's something about his nose that I feel like I need to get right. He's got kind of a... I don't know, how would you describe Dana Carvey's nose? It's kind of small. Comes to like a little kind of like bubbly point, sort of. I feel like it should be like round in the middle. And he's got, of course, big freaking glasses. That are kind of crooked. They are not unlike my glasses. Boy, I wonder, do you think that was subconscious? I'm not getting these glasses right, though. They should be straight at the top. They got kind of a thick little bridge. Let's see. And they go just down. Might have to use the red pencil on this one because I feel like I've done a lot more noodling. It's funny because he always has that kind of like thing that he's doing where he kind of curls in his upper lip. That makes it a little bit easier to get the likeness, so thanks Dana Carvey for that, I guess. I mean, I guess the real Garthness lies in the hair, right? I feel like I could almost draw him like Scarecrow or something with just these kind of ridiculous. He looks like a dog or something. I don't know. Such ostentatious hairstyles. Alright, I am going to do... these super thick old glasses. These eyes are not really lined up. Yeah, something like that I think could work. Hopefully that gets a little bit better as when I ink it. He's got those like weird. I feel like I'm making him look too crazy, but he kind of has this like chin that sort of juts out too. Alright, that's probably about enough to get started, right? Let's ink this sucker. Let me just disable performance mode to see how I'm looking. Yeah, I'm still on camera. Looking pretty good. So let's ink some Garth. Seems like I'm getting a fair amount of dropped frames. I'm gonna see if I can get the oh, I can't change any of this right now because I'm streaming right now. Ugh. Bah. If it's too bad, let me know. I can always end it and then try to come back to it. I feel like it's probably okay as long as I'm not doing too much. I'm gonna try to shut down. I have like everything else closed. The only thing I have up is Safari. Maybe I'll shut down Safari. Alright, let's try this with no Safari, and I will use my phone for reference. If I can unlock it. I swear I do know my own password. I'm not going to get as good reference like this, but it's okay. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. You know what else I like besides Wayne's World? The Canadian Wayne's World. Bob and Doug McKenzie. Strange Brew. Any Strange Brew fans out there? Eventually, we're going to do Wayne's World on my podcast. My podcast. The podcast I do with Weston. Film franchise friends. We're going to do the 2 Wayne's World movies. Wayne's World. Alright, I've got... Yes, perfect. I'm looking at a nice, fine Garth on my phone. There we go. Back to drawing. It's hard for me to talk and ink. He's got these kind of round cheeks, but he also has this like really weirdly prominent chin. I don't think I ever noticed that. It's funny all the details about someone's face you notice when you draw them. It's like stuff that's like never been apparent before all of a sudden becomes like so clear. I was drawing a First Reformed thing a while ago, and I was drawing Ethan Hawke, and I never noticed this before, but Ethan Hawke's face is like crazy asymmetrical. Like one of the eyebrows is like here and the other one's here. Like his nostrils like don't line up. His face, even his chin, like one side of his chin is like lower than the other. And I never noticed it before. And I'm not saying to like disparage the guy or make fun of him or anything, but it was just weird. Just gonna kind of draw him like you would like a lion or something with just these. Are his ears? No, they're really not. Maybe that's what we need is a couple lines kind of coming down to frame his face there. Alright. Does that look like a Wayne or a Garth? I guess he needs a little bit of shadow in there still too. Where's my brush pen? Definitely needs to black out most of these glasses here. Shouldn't see the... Alright. A Wayne and a Garth. Anybody have any requests? I think I'm gonna do... I have a Pinterest board that I keep of like movie stills that I feel like are looking good or would be cool to draw. So I'm gonna look through those and see what I have in there. That's what I grabbed last night. I did a like a Brody from Jaws and stuff. Boy, the Pinterest app, it used to be so cool and it's so not cool. What do I have here? Phantom of the Opera. Dr. Zaius. Man, should I draw Dr. Zaius? Fuck, I think I have to. Okay. I've drawn a few of these monkey people, but I haven't done any of the orangutans. Orangutans? Orangutans? From Planet of the Apes. You know, there's kind of like the chimps, the orangutans, and the gorillas. It's kind of like the main sort of monkeys that are in those movies. Sorry, apes, not monkeys. Boy, am I on the right internet? Yeah? Okay. Alright. How am I on camera still? A little bit. Okay, maybe I should try to move it up a little bit more. Okay. The thing with the drawing the monkey people is just kind of getting that outline of like where the kind of fur ends. And they definitely have a more kind of these, obviously the rounded kind of mouths. I was saying earlier that last time we were on, the sort of comic I looked at when I brought on was a Planet of the Apes comic by Gabriel Hardman and Karina Becko, or Bechko. It's very good. Exile on the Planet of the Apes, I believe what it's called. There's Betrayal on the Planet of the Apes, and there's Exile on the Planet of the Apes, and then there's Cataclysm, which is like, I think, the final book. And I don't think Gabriel Hardman draws all of it, but he co-writes the whole thing with Karina, and he draws all of the first story, which was really awesome. I don't know. I keep harping on about it, but I just feel like I'm very surprised at how good it was. Boy, it's really fun to draw Dr. Zaius because it's like you get to draw all the wrinkles of drawing like a monkey person, but then it's also an old man. It's an old man monkey person. It's just like a wrinkle bonanza. His hair, I feel like, comes to this almost like point in the center. It's like a even, almost like helmet around his head. Except I guess it's kind of like coming out around the mouth. Oh man, I can't remember the name of it. I have a Dr. Zaius enamel pen. And I know that not many people are in the enamel pin game anymore. But it was really cool. I think the company was called 23 Skidoo. I don't know if he's still making stuff. I think it was one guy. I can't remember the designer's name. And I don't know if he's still making stuff, but man, the frickin' Dr. Zaius pin that he made was so good. It was all like vector art kind of stuff, but like really well done. Shit, actually, I wonder if I have that. I keep I like to call it like a fun drawer. So I get like any like stickers I get in the mail when I order stuff. Like I just bought I shouldn't. Well, yeah, I just bought something for like a little vaporizer that I have, and it came with this like this thing. Pretty cool. Actually, I should put it down there. I have a whole bag of like other stickers that I've gotten. I've got a couple of decks of tarot cards, some 3D glasses. What are these? Got some Dinosaurs Attack cards, some stuff from 8-Bit Zombie, Alison Garcia's tarot deck. I'm gonna find this Dr. Zaius. Maybe it's not in here. It might actually. Oh, there it is. Hey, look at that. Such a great pin. Look at that thing. Yeah, anyway, the guy was called, 23 Skidoo Pins. I have no idea if he's still around. Or if you can even still get those. I make pins. Here's the thing pin I made of those two faces stuck together. That's long out of print, but I do have pins for sale actually online. I swear I didn't intend to turn this into together. That's long out of print, but I do have pins for sale actually online. I swear I didn't intend to turn this into a venue for marketing, but if you go to brianwestart.com, there's like a link to my Etsy store, and there's a few pins and comics and some prints and stuff. Boy, I made a mess of that drawer now. I'm going to have to reorganize that later. Back to drawing Dr. Zayas. I'm liking how this one feels. I feel like I can kind of just jump into inking here. I think I made his nose a little bit too big, though. He's got a smaller nose than most of the monkey people. All these like wrinkles too are really fun to draw that kind of wrap up all around the mouth. I posted a dumb clip of it on my Instagram, but I was just watching that episode of The Simpsons where they do the Planet of the Apes, the musical. We've been talking about apes so much that I just couldn't get it out of my head, and I was like, I have to go watch that again. I remember when The Simpsons put out like um, it was like the first kind of like soundtrack CD they put out with all the like kind of songs they created for the show. Man, I just went like crazy for that thing. Freaking Planet of the Apes, the musical stuff on there. He's got these big old bushy eyebrows too, Dr. Zayas. Markers, but too late now, I guess. Because there's not a lot of black spotting I can do on this one. He's got such light fur. Pretty fun little Dr. Zayas. Here's my brush pen here. Shadows on the eyes really help. Or at least I think they do. Don't tell me if they don't. It will ruin me. I feel like he also should have... There we go. That's not too shabby. Just a couple of Wayne's Worlds and a Dr. Zayas. Nobody has requests? Nobody? Bueller? I feel like I want to check in on the stream and see how it looks. Maybe I'm too obsessive. I feel like I've just had so many computer problems at this point. I also had to, my laptop broke and I had to replace it. And I don't know, I feel like it's just never ending. But I want to make sure that this is looking okay for people watching it. So, that looks okay. It's looking pretty good. I don't know, I feel like it's just never ending. I can hear myself. You're probably getting bleed of the stream that you just heard. That's how far behind I am. Or far behind you are, I suppose. Looks pretty good. Alright, who are we doing next? Let's see here. Bum, 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 bum. Got more pictures of Quentin here. Some Planet of the Apes. Ooh, Peter Lorre. That's what the kids want to see, right? They want to see me draw famed character actor Peter Lorre. Let's do it. If you don't know who Peter Lorre is, he's that guy from, he's in Casablanca. He's in The Maltese Falcon. He's that guy that, yeah, see, and he's got the big eyes. Looney Tunes. I feel like I've tried to draw him a few times, and I've always felt like it should be easy to do because he has such distinct features. But each time I've done him, I don't think I've done a very good job. So, yeah, there we go. Let's see how we do now. I'm trying to do him here. He has this kind of like really round head. He's definitely a distinct looking human being. I mean, what a great character actor though, of course. My wife and I just watched Maltese Falcon last weekend? The weekend before last. Recently. We watched it recently. I'm looking at a still. What is the still even from? It's just Peter Lorre. He looks a little bit younger, I guess, than I'm used to seeing him. I don't think this is from, M or anything. He has that kind of hair, too, that almost looks like it's, plastered to his head. Let me sharpen up my pencil a little bit. Oh, god damn it. I broke the lead. Life is just hard. Alright, let's see if I can open this up without making too much of a mess. And just pop this sucker out. Why you gotta be like this? Well, this is how to get lead out of one of these things if you ever have to. Oh boy, that is really jammed in there. Let me mute it so you don't hear me banging on the thing. Got it out. Pop that back in there. This is not a great lead sharpener. I was using this one for a while, and this one was better. But when I was trying to get some lead unstuck one time, I damaged the blade, and now it cuts all weird. So this is my backup. Ugh. Out of blue. Got some more blue in here. Oh, crap. Not a lot of blue left. Maybe I should just get some Prismacolor regular blue color pencils, but I feel like this is so much less waste. Although maybe not, because it comes in a plastic case. Ugh, Jesus. It's hard to be an artist sometimes. Trying to just, you know, not use resources on silly things. All right. It's gotta have huge eyes. It's huge. Just. He has kind of a smaller or kind of pointy nose. Does he have eyelashes? Would you say you want to see him with like almost like ladylike eyelashes? He also has pretty like shapely lips. I think this is already better than the last Pure Lore that I drew. This is pretty good, actually. It's always a good sign if I'm making myself laugh. I'll probably fuck it up when I ink it, though. 12 errors is what this thing says. It says I've had 12. Are these dropped frames? Drop frame detected 25% over the last 2 minutes. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this stream. I'm going to drop down a couple settings real quick, and I'm going to jump right back on. I feel like my internet might be going a little slow or something, but it definitely feels like it's not running super well. So I'm going to be right back.